How does a small county in rural Kentucky go from looking like this to this? Besides the obvious answers of running fast, rafting up, hanging with friends, there's one major reason that often gets overlooked. This is a story of a group of people that saw an opportunity to make a change in a community that needed it most.
As everybody knows, the water conditions are really terrible today. So, yeah, it's kind of run at your own risk today.
Yeah, I got you.
So we're gonna. No, that's the plan still.
Cool.
We're all gonna run Barkley today. We're gonna run it real slow. It's kind of run at your own.
Like yesterday, it'll be real.
It's gonna be run at your own risk today. What we heard this morning was rain from like 1 to 7, and the weather down here is very, very odd. So it might be raining until 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and then the sun's going to break out. So hopefully that's what's going to happen again tomorrow. We're going to wake up and see tomorrow. The first couple years, everybody wanted to know, why are all the loud boats coming to the marina? We were kind of invading their territory, the fishermen and whatnot around here. We're basically ruining their lake as they seen it a long time ago.
I think when it first started about 8 years ago, it was really a bunch of friends from the southern Indiana area that came down here and just kind of started it.
For the first 2 or 3 years, we had a smaller charity group than what we do now. I think we raised probably $10,000, maybe $15,000 the first couple years.
We were having an auction here, and we didn't know what we were doing. We had no idea how to run an auction for charity. It's a charity auction. We had a gentleman that came here as a visitor, as a registered participant, and took over the auction. And I said, wow, we have to get that guy back. He's part of our team now. And now he comes back, and this is one of the 4 or 5 events he does every year. He comes back here to help us with our auction, to be our MC.
And we'll bring it to you with the biggest ball of them all. That's right, folks, the Cannonball. Make some noise for $20,000 in trucks today with a twist draw.
Kentucky Lake and Barkley Lake really wasn't well known for, quote, the poker run scene, like what Cumberland is or like what Ozarks is. And we brought a little bit of publicity down here and advertised a little bit, and everybody saw how pretty the lake was down here, and it just kind of snowballed after that.
And now it's become an event where people from all over the country and even internationally come to Lyon County. And I believe Kuttawa and Lyon County are perfect venues for what that has become.
We're sitting on a gold mine. We've got lakes right here, 2 of them, Lake Barkley and Kentucky Lake. And we're a tourist community. This is what benefits us and what helps us.
Now they call us one of their own. It's not just the loud boats against the fishing boats or whatever. We're old boaters, and we're trying to make their community better. They realize that we're not pulling money out of their community, we're putting money into their community.
Our hotels are full. The restaurants are reaping the benefits of people eating at our restaurants. It's just a wonderful experience for everybody, for the community and the county as a whole. We embrace them when they come in. We love them when they're here, and we appreciate them very, very much.
The community here embraced them, and we embrace them back.
So we're not the outcasts any longer. We're very welcome.
Yo, you gotta be proud of yourself. Don't wait to give flowers to self. Love, care, and bring value to self, cause you know that knowledge is wealth. Uniqueness is what you found in yourself. Being normal is crowded as hell. Looking good with your talented self. Make this a reminder to self that like me.
And it doesn't matter if you've got a 40-foot boat or if you've got a tri-tune. You can go out there and you can still have fun with the people that are here and raft up with them, or be out in the same bay with them, and just to see all that on the water is really cool.
How about that, huh? Okay. Certified, bona fide. So before we get into video and everything, let's just get out and play with it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, okay.
All right.
Last year they were able to buy this really, really big drone. It's got night vision, FLIR, it's got all kinds of pretty cool things, and they are the only county within maybe a state or two. So now whenever they're looking for a body or they need to find something, they'll call Lyon County and then they'll bring their drone over.
And see you later. And this was only available through donations from the Cannonball Run. We can use it for search and rescue missions. If we get into a fire situation, we actually have thermals that we can go to. So the drone has so many capabilities and allows us to do so much in the county that we have never ever done before.
How much was this drone?
The drone and all the products that you see right here was $18,000.
And what's your guys' annual budget?
And $13,000 a year. Yes, sir. So you can say yes, it is all due to the Cannonball Run. So
about 60% of our county is owned by the federal government. So they own Kentucky Lake, the Tennessee Valley Authority manages it. They own Lake Barkley, the Corps of Engineers manages it. They own the Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area and the U.S. Forest Service manages it. We derive income off of property taxes here to support our local sheriff's office. But when the federal government owns 60% of it, you don't get any tax base. It meant so much to us because we were able to do things that we weren't able to do before. For example, we were able to sustain a working canine unit for our sheriff's office. We were able to provide support to the Sheriff's Boys and Girls Ranch in the form of facility upgrades when there was no money earmarked for that.
Here's the thing about boating events. No matter how well you plan them, and no matter how well it went last year, Mother Nature always has the final say. Saturday morning, Mother Nature said no with a vengeance through steady rain and stiff breezes that lasted into the afternoon. So for the first time in 8 years, the main event was canceled.
I'm Justin Snook from Mansalona, Michigan. My wife and I own a small collision shop up there. We've been coming down here to the Cannonball Run now for 3 years. We love the event, and it's raining out, and we're still here. And we're gonna make the best of today.
Performance boat lovers don't sit still very well. A few weathered the storm and managed to get in some boating. Those who stayed on the dock found plenty to do with the offshore races, some dock games, and hanging out with friends.
All right, I'm gonna roll it right now. All right. And you guys can kind of bullshit some more.
What's live? Facebook Live?
Facebook Live.
Can't edit this. That's
No.
right. It's on.
You invited me.
It's on like on.
I turned around, it was facing my face. I'm like,
We're all in, baby.
you guys.
Stephen, can we maybe slow that fan down because Terry's hair is blowing around over here? Looks pretty uncomfortable. We're at the 8th annual Cannonball Run. We just had a small debate amongst friends when the first year was, and we've come to the conclusion that it was 2017.
Yep. Yes.
17, so this is the 8th annual Cannonball Run. Unfortunately, as you said, at a poker run, if you're like me, you never get a good hand of cards. And we got the bad hand of cards with weather today. The weather...
First time in 8 years.
First time in 8 years, ruled the roost and took a little wind out of our sails. No pun to the sailboaters, but it is what it is. So that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. For the people that are still here, the participants that are still here, or maybe you left but your buddy's still here that rode with you, at 6 o'clock tonight, correct me if I'm wrong,
That's right.
we're going to go to the tent up in the parking lot at Hoobie's, and we're going to draw cards. And then on top of that, we're going to have a little twist that we're not going to talk about now, but it's definitely going to be beneficial to those that want to draw cards. And if you come to that tent tonight at 6 o'clock, you're going to find out. Jeff might do a wheelie or two on those. One of those. We've got some cool three-wheelers. You wait till you see the three-wheelers we got up there.
Yeah.
Donnie's doing one-wheel acrobatics. It's going to be like Barnum and Bailey to the second power. That's what I'm talking about right there. Let's deal some cards. Let's make it happen, Captain. Folks, thank you for coming out to the Cannonball. If you haven't come yet, make sure you come next time because you don't want to miss it. Nobody wants to be number 2. Coming to you from the biggest ball of them all,
Cannonball.
the Cannonball.
We amazing coverage all weekend long by the crew from Speed on the Water. Matt Trillio's here himself. As you say in Kentucky, y'all are, right? I get that right? All right. I like that. Us boys from New York can't talk like that. We're just trying, okay? We're posing, we call that. We take American Express Day, and you're lucky. You're lucky right there. All right. We absorbed the...
So Saturday night, and I'm sure you guys have seen him do the auction. He's phenomenal, man. He gets into like this different persona and just starts rolling, and I mean, you can't stop him. And Nolan knows how to pick that string. You know, he knows the players. He knows the guys that he can kind of guilt into buying something, you know, for it. I wish I was a quarter as witty as what he is, because he's amazing.
Think about this. 13 years old. He made this. His own money, his own time. Right from Kuttawa, that's right. The roots of the Cannonball right here, and our future poker runner right here. Make some noise for my man Kinley, his generosity, his kindness, and what you're doing to help others. You're a good man. We need more of you in this world, I'll tell you that. Somebody give me a $500 bid. I need a $500 bid right there. How about 1,000? You want me 1,000 right there? How about 15? You want me 15 right there? How about 2? You want me 2? How about 25? Anybody 25 right there? How about 3? I'm looking for 3 right there. How about 35? 35 right there. How about 4? Anybody really 4? I'm looking at 35. Looking for 4. 4 right there. How about 45? $6,000 bid right there. I got a $6,000 bid. How about 65? Looking for 65 bid. 65 bid. 65. I got a 6 in the front. Looking for 65. 65. $100 bid right there, folks. 65. I'm looking for 7. We're gonna drop the hammer over here, sweetie. You want to drop the hammer again? You like that? I got a 65. $100 bid. 65. $100 bid going once. Hang on. No premature bidding. I got a 65. $100 bid going twice. $7,000 bid right there. $7 bid. We're looking for 75. $75 bid. Looking for 75. Who wants to give me 75 bid? I got a 7 right here. I'm looking for 75. Anybody want to be 75? We're gonna sell this thing for $7,000 to Terry and Melody. Ring the bell, baby. Ring the bell. $7,000 in the Cannonball. That's the Sunsation people. Kept it in the house right there. That's what I'm talking about. Sunsation!
Before this year, we weren't able to give a tax donation receipt to anybody. It was just out of the kindness of their hearts. So nobody was getting, I don't want to say credit, but everybody that was donating money, it was out of their pocket. You know, it wasn't coming out of their company, it wasn't coming out of anything else. They weren't taking a tax benefit from it. Now, this is the first time we've been able to do it this year. We can hand a tax donation receipt to them and they can take the advantage. It's like, hey, you guys are being so generous, we want to be able to give back to them. You know, so this is the first year for that.
So far tonight, your generosity has put together, just tonight here under this tent, $75,000 for the Lions County Sheriff's Department in the Cannonball Run. Make some noise. That is absolutely amazing on a rain day at that. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
So I've said this many times before, and I've been very fortunate. I've been to a lot of events across the United States, and I've met a lot of people, some amazing people. One thing that really sticks out to me, and I say this all the time, if you want to go to an event and see a real event put on by real everyday working people to help some of the people that need it the most in that community, the Kuttawa Cannonball is definitely the one to go to. And that's why we call it the biggest ball of them all, the Cannonball. Something, if you guys don't mind, and I don't believe you do, something I wanted to mention just real quick, and you see that we have our bracelets here on some of our cups, and we have them on our wrist. We have to wear long sleeves today because the weather isn't cooperative like we talked about, but live like live. I'm gonna have a hard time talking about this, but I have a friend of mine back home, the Allen family. Their daughter Olivia had a diagnosis last June and unfortunately passed March. And this girl was the little girl that everybody wanted, if I want to call her a little girl. She was 18, but a textbook. I mean, you couldn't have met a nicer, better child than this girl. She, right from the start, I've got pictures I'll share with you right now. You guys can see this while we're sitting here. I met her dad, Chuck, back in 2007 at a poker run that I put on, which was a poker run for charity, actually, for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And here she is. She's probably 2 or 3 years old there on the bow of his Nortec, helping him clean it. And Olivia was a girl that excelled in everything and anything she did, and she had an infectious response to people that you just could not be drawn to her. And even through her sickness, she actually was working with different children in the hospital and helping them, and helping them get through what they were going through and helping their families. They're starting a foundation called Live Like Live, and you can use the hashtag Live Like Live, L-I-V like L-I-V. Chuck wrote up something, and I honestly can't read it because I won't make it through it. I'm sorry, Chuck, but I just can't do that. She was an amazing girl, and her family's going to carry on the legacy, and the Live Like Live Foundation is going to be to help support other families that are in the same situation that the Allens were when Olivia was sick. And if you have any desire, spare time, take a look at Live Like Live, Olivia Allen, and what she did. There's multiple YouTube videos. I actually shared one with Jeff. I think that they're going to share on the Kuttawa social media what the Allens are doing to help other families cope with what they went through is amazing, and has a direct reflection to what you guys are doing here at the Cannonball Run and continue to do. And something that isn't seen as much in the world as probably it should be, but with what you guys are doing, you make a difference. And the Allens are going to do the same thing with Live Like Live. She was a remarkable person, and my heart goes out to the Allen family for such a loss, and I commend you for doing what you're going to do in the future to help others.